officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Drafted in the 3rd round. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Genty. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. McCarthy off the play fake. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago! Colston Loveland, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing is McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down, it's Genty. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now McCarthy. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here we go.
On play action, now McCarthy. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Pearsall on the jet sweep. On this one, that may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us ending with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Nifty move. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Kenny Clark never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now third down and very long. Working out of the gun, Williams. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And his throw is going to be incomplete. This defense for the Cowboys very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one just goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get food.
Not one that I've ever met.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, he's got it to a daylight. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot and probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
To the air with McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard
To throw, Williams. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He gets it to Combs. That's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Williams looking to do it himself. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. For the Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a couple of the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Williams going to throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys, right?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Yeah, he did a nice job to spin out of that first wave, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Down the sideline he goes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
To the air, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Axel, yes, whiskey, Vegas.
Back to throw. Williams to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are able to move back in front. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's McCarthy. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. McCarthy going to throw again. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. skill, whatever the case is.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Now McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
Bears 20. Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Williams looking to do it himself.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Brian Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Gets around him.
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
46-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was brought down there by Julian Love. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
On play action, here's Williams.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Williams.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And they'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Williams going to sneak it, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On first, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Play action. Now Williams. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deebo Samuel, 27 yards. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a handoff to Genty. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and will.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once again, it's Genty. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. To the air with McCarthy. Shorter going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one other best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Let's go.
And inside give to Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
We get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They work now on 2nd and 9. McCarthy operating from the gun. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy.
He'll try and do it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Soldier Field, always a tough place to kick, especially for younger guys who don't kick here regularly. And I think the Wings just claimed another victim.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To the air, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Filthy, 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 filthy.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monangai. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Running is Monangai.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Williams. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Dunker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Cowboys 23. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On the give, Genty stays on his feet. And some space here. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 38-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 15. And the Cowboy first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. Let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Genty will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's
touchdown, Cowboys! Kyle Juszczyk from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Bears 41. Cowboys 29. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second down and 8.
Reload! Reload! Come on, go!
Running left to give to Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Pacheco, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've been the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Now McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
McCarthy going to throw again. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Brian Thomas, 53 yards. And the Bears tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Bunker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. This was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band. Sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin. Flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night. And I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan. Then I ghosted out in a minivan. Might get my hand like a waffle cone. Spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop.